have a great panel, but coming to you first, Mr. Godrej. This is a reforms push. This is what the industry has been asking for, at least the insurance sector has been looking at this. It has been in the pipeline for a long time, but now we're seeing it finally come to fruition. But obviously this is going to be subject to the Parliament seeing it through. Well,
some of the moves are by executive action, but some of them require parliamentary approval, especially the FDI in insurance and pension funds. I do hope Parliament will support these reforms. They're very good reforms. I think it has created a very strong perception of India after a weak one earlier, and I welcome these moves.
Right, Mr. Godrej, but now looking at the company's bill, by what it brings to the table, we heard Mr. Chidambaram say that the last, what we had by way of law for the Companies Act is outdated and we really require this. By way of corporate governance and everything else that it brings to the table, how significant is it going to be?
I think it's I haven't seen the latest fine print, but from what I hear, it's a good bill. The earlier draft we had studied was very appropriate, and I think we do need a change in our company's bill.
Yes, the push towards infrastructure, now that is going to be the key driver, as it were. Even when we're talking about insurance and pension, the attention seems to be focused on infrastructure and how much of the funds coming in can be channelized towards infrastructure projects. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I think both pension and insurance provides long-term financing, which is very important for infrastructure financing. And I'm glad we are increasing the FDI limits in insurance and bringing in FDI into pension funds. This will help provide long-term funds for our very large infrastructure investment needs.
The Cabinet Committee on Infrastructure has cleared that model portfolio, the model tripartite agreement infrastructure debt fund, which frees up a lot of money from the banks that they actually lend to the infrastructure space. Now, that is going to be crucial as well, because that's where the IDF comes in and takes over the kind of debt that is forwarded to the infrastructure space. How significant do you think that is?
Well, I think financing and infrastructure is extremely important. I think we need a very large amount of investment in infrastructure in the next 5-year plan. One of the important things today was the approval of the 5-year plan. I think infrastructure will require a lot of funding, both debt and equity. And I think this insurance limit increase to 49% will be very helpful.
All right, Mr. Godrej, thanks indeed for joining us with your views. Absolutely. Vibha Padalkar, Executive Director and CFO.